controversy of Melqui Galvão. I'm not sure I pronounced the name correctly, but the controversy surrounding Melqui Galvão, this is where things get serious because now we are not talking about competition. We're talking about accountability. We're talking about culture, and we're talking about the responsibility that comes with leadership in this sport. Situations like this force uncomfortable conversations, and a lot of people don't want to have them. But if we ignore these moments, we're choosing comfort over growth. Now, it's important to be fair. There's difference between allegations and confirmed facts, but also important to be honest about the bigger picture. Combat sports, especially jiu-jitsu, have always had this culture of silence, handling things internally, don't make noise. But that doesn't work anymore. If the sport wants to grow, it has to mature because accountability matters more than medals, and integrity of the sport will always be bigger than the individual. In this case, we have covered before this topic, but in this case seems a little bit different because he also was a police officer, was trying to use his influence not within the gym but within the community and trying to prevent people from coming out and reporting his all the things that he was doing, which is egomaniacal at best that you can tell from this guy. His son, one of the most renowned grapplers nowadays, Mika Galvao. It is it is really, I hate to say this thing, but they keep on more and more and more. This
Yeah.
kind of individuals. Yeah. There is a 60-minute audio reveals that his manipulation tactics they tend to maintain access to minor complaining. They're complaining. He's trying to get access to their, I think it's their phones to prevent that from happening. Their reports, things like that.
Mm.
One there was one of his students that they went to Italy in one of the instances that happened. But yeah, this is kind of monster that cannot be, should not be around.
Yeah, I mean, really, with how frequent it's happening, really, I guess just more people need to understand, if you see something like this or you're questioning whether or not it's happening, probably say something like
Hmm.
immediately. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't just dismiss it because it's happening so much. You can't ignore it. And on the flip side, like to keep yourself out of it, make sure you're in the gym with a group of people, don't hang out one on one as much. I would say like
Hmm.
it's too risky,
You can never trust someone that much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's had that this come to this, but you cannot. And also by staying quiet, I don't want to blame the victim, but by staying quiet, these monsters thrive even more because they
Right.
have more victims to pry on.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the case of Isaac Mitchell, piece of
Yeah.
shit. He ran to Australia,
Mm-hmm.
but he just pry on other people.
Yeah.
Because of being they're not known, but this kind of monster, they should be exposed for what they are, so that way they cannot be within anybody else. So it's difficult to come out and uh, try to press charges, things like that, because it's really traumatic. Because for us, it's easier to do talking about it because it's someone else's story, but for them, it's their lives and their trauma that had to overcome.
Right.
But if you like, you can try to go with somebody you trust and try to get these people out of, trying to get them away from anybody else that can get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like you got hurt, anybody else can get hurt because chances are you're not the first person that they have targeted or they have pry on
Mm-hmm.
with this kind of behaviors that they have. Because a predator mentality is like it is predatory. It doesn't just stop there. It's always more and more and more. As maniacally as they are, the way the brain works is sick. That's the best way I can explain it. I understand because I know how people do those kind of things. But if they get exposed just to get him out, press charges and